Hello everyone, it is Canadian Futures Trader here. It's currently Saturday, March the 6th, 2021. I thought I'd do a quick update video. It's been a few days. So in this video, I want to cover why you don't find much or any proof online of funded accounts, trader valuation accounts, you know, once people pass, showing their trades thereafter, and I think most importantly, showing withdrawals, people showing proof that they actually make money and withdraw money from these various companies. And then I have a few other updates. So I started this channel honestly to fill that gap. I wanted to be the person who could show, like, look, when you pass XYZ evaluation, yes, you get funded. Here's what happens. Here's the process. And I kind of showed that. But then, here's trading after the fact and here's withdrawing money. That's really what I want to show. Well, I quickly learned why you don't really find much proof. And this is it, non-disclosure agreements. So I didn't really bank on this. It makes sense, but it kind of sucks. So basically, all of the trader agreements that I have seen, which is namely OneUp and then as well LeeLoo now, have fairly elaborate non-disclosure statements in them. Essentially, you can't disclose anything. You can't disclose anything that's in the contract. You can't disclose anything about your account. I mean, it goes on to, like, it basically covers everything. Basically, you can't say anything. Once you're funded, you can't talk about it. It might seem weird, but coming from kind of the corporate world, the business world, I get it. Like, non-disclosure agreements are actually fairly standard. They just don't want their information getting out there about what they include in the agreements. Now, I did kind of mention for both those companies, there's really nothing in the agreements per se that's different than is advertised on their websites. So, like, there's nothing that they're hiding. Like, there's no big surprises that I'm not sharing, but they do prevent you from going on to show, my trading post funding and or withdrawal information. So the only thing I can say is if I bust, I can let you know that I busted, because at that point I wouldn't be in an agreement with them anymore. So fortunately, I am not telling you that information. So yes, I'm still good with both companies, but it does suck. I can't really show any the information that I initially started the channel to show. I can't show. So I hope that kind of changes, and or I might try to, like, twist someone's arm a bit and say, hey, like, if people actually saw withdrawals, they might even be more encouraged to try these programs, because right now it's a bit of a mystery and a black box. Anyways, I'll leave it at that. So that's why you don't see any information. So where does that leave me? So here's what I'm currently trading. Prop firm accounts. So I got the OneUp, which is funded by MES Capital, 100K account, which I passed now a couple of months ago. And then LeeLoo, which I just recently passed at the 100K account. I also have my own personal accounts. I have an IntraTrade brokerage, which is technically through Phillips Capital. And then I have a TradeAvate account, which is technically through Dorman Capital. When you fund like a personal account, so say an IntraTrade brokerage, they are technically called the introducing broker. Phillips Capital is who actually handles the financial side of it. So like my statements come from Phillips Capital. You get a daily statement when you trade your own money, by the way. So every night at like 9 p.m., I think it is my time, I get emailed a statement with my trades for the day, commissions, fees, here's your starting balance, here's your end, blah, blah, blah. So, and when you deposit and withdraw money, you do it through the capital company. So say Phillips Capital. That's kind of complete aside, that tangent that I went on. But nonetheless, so I have my own two accounts and I have two funded accounts. So I kind of got my hands full on the trading front. Now I don't need to trade each of them every day. That's the nice thing, is once you're funded, I mean, you can do what you want. I mean, there's some minimum requirements for the prop firms, but my own accounts, I mean, if I'm not in the mood to trade, I just don't touch them. So what I'm thinking of doing, because I like to have a project. So LeeLoo is the one funding company that allows you to have more than one funded account. The others don't. So I'm kicking around, seriously considering doing a second LeeLoo Express and attempting to get a second funded account. Do I really need it? No. Why I'm considering doing it? Two reasons. One, the LeeLoo Express I would consider fairly affordable. I mean, even at full price, it's $77 or whatever it is. So it's not bad. Two, it's nice and short. It's 10 days. I guess three, a third actual real reason. It kind of acts as an insurance policy. Say I did screw up the first funded account. I've already got a second one that's in the works, and or I just have two funded accounts, if we fast forward a few weeks down the road. So that's what I'm considering doing. And if I do that, I'll make videos about that process as well. I will also try to document. I'm trying to document more of the actual trades and the setups and stuff. I'm thinking when I do the second LeeLoo, I'm pretty convinced that I'll probably end up doing it. I'm going to 100% just stick to treasuries. I'm really trying to focus on that in my own personal accounts as well. Like just really just become like top-notch expert, trade the treasuries. It's what I feel most comfortable about. Trading NQ and that other stuff sometimes just gets like frantic. It's great when it flies, one direction in your favor, but it's not so great when it flies one direction against you. So just that roller coaster ride, it's not really for me, I guess. And I would rather just stick with the bonds and the treasuries. So there you go. So I'm thinking I'll do that and I'll only trade the treasuries. And in that process, I'll try to record more trades and actually explain what it is I'm doing. And then in my own personal accounts, just some ideas for videos, not 100% sold on any of these, but I might, again, show more specific trade setups. So I'll record some of just trading my own account and saying, okay, like here's, the setup I'm looking at and here's what I did, blah, 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 worked out or didn't work out. And then possibly this is like down the road or, if I really feel like I've got time on my hands, some sort of challenge or specific goal, like say, like, can I make whatever X amount of money? And see, I'm very leery about doing that type of stuff because I really don't want this channel to be like glamorizing or putting out there like, hey, you can make quick money trading futures. Like that's the opposite of what I want to come off as. So I'm actually pretty against that. It would be more of a challenge like, can I get like XYZ win rate or something like that, dollars aside. It doesn't matter if I'm making $10 a trade or $100 a trade. It's more, can I reach some goal? Like, can I keep a 75% win rate over 100 trades or whatever it might be? So I'm thinking about that. I'm not 100% sure what form that takes. And that's basically it, guys. So that's going on. That's why you don't hear anything about funded accounts in case you're curious. And that's what I'm considering doing. Visit my site for any more info, CanadianFuturesTrader.ca, and YouTube, which you're watching this. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't already, and you can follow along on all of my trading adventures. Thanks, everyone. Have a great weekend.